Okay, so thank you for inviting me to showcase some of my artwork today. And today I'm going to be sharing a special artwork. It's a video that I haven't shared yet. So this is the premiere in a sense. And this is actually the first and only artwork that I've ever drawn that relates to mental health issues. And it was very much inspired by the work Life in My Days does. Obviously, Life in My Days has had a huge impact on mental health stigma, even within my family. And so this was a painting I did to kind of embody what depression or what a very difficult time might look like artistically. And I also tie that with, in part, being Palestinian and being, part of an occupation and the hope of liberation. I kind of tie that into the metaphor. So I'll just share my screen and share that with you now. Can you give me the ability to share my screen? Because it's telling me that I can't. Okay, can you let me know if you guys can hear the audio of the video? So could you guys hear that? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
Was it a song or I'm sorry, maybe I
You couldn't hear it. Mm. Okay. I think now it should be fine.
We are all born an empty canvas, beautiful works of art announced by a shared birth cry, our mother's smile, not knowing it is the first battle cry of white innocent hearts about to be occupied by seasoned armies of hate, fear, and goodbyes. Time begins to erode our skin into a rough terrain of imperfections. Light and rust, sunrise and sunset begin to seep into wounds that don't bleed. Then the night falls, and our darkness becomes all we see. Like the straight note being played on our ribcage, a flat line drowning out the words, I'm fine. We're not. We are deceased, but we can't even rest in peace while our hearts still beat. A wave of tears places salt on our wounds. We cry for everything we are yet to lose, the ones we love, a belief in humanity, and our youth. We try to rip away the pain, and our black skies turn to a numb gray. We stop caring, stop loving, stop feeling, stop trying, under overcast clouds hung on our ceilings, with no hope for rain. Have you ever held your broken parts together, as you desperately tried to understand why it has to be so hard to breathe? We curl around ourselves, like a fetus in the womb, as the darkness curls around our minds, feeding us with lies. You are not enough. You are not worthwhile. As the weight of our incompetence continues to grow, we fold into ourselves like a black rose and begin to wither away. We wait for a saving light, for delivery. We don't see that in our pain, we are beautiful. In our struggle, we are living, blooming, a seed of hope in a world of hate and confusion. We remember that there are things worth fighting for, that we are more than just us. We are a dream, a cause, a revolution. The surface begins to crack as we finally let go of our self-loathing, and in our cracks, we begin to see the reflections of everything we are. Blue skies are overrated. Instead, we are the colors of the sunrise and the darkness of the night, the tears that tucked us in and the scars that made us feel, even the depression that bullied us to fight. There is no saving light. Like a moon surrounded by darkness, we have always been the light. And although we have still not lived the dawn of freedom, we begin to see the hope of healing. We are all born a colorful canvas, beautiful works of art announced by a shared birth cry, our mother's smile, knowing that though life is a struggle that will make parts of us die, we will be reborn again and again, 1,000 times.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. So do we have time for another video, or should we?
Yes, we definitely have time. That was really amazing.
Thank you. That's my first artwork of that type, so I'm glad that you guys liked it.
Love how like your poem really went with like the progression of your artwork. And it really like you really matched together perfectly. I love that.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me try to find another piece. Meanwhile, do we want to show another artist or do something else?
Yeah, we can have Alexandra go up.
Okay. My art is mainly it's digital art. I mainly represent like queer women of color, and it does circle around my characters. I have two characters, so I mainly just show them in situations, different situations, whether it's like comics or sometimes it's just them being in love, simply. So I'll start with this one. This is my two characters, Cassandra and Jennifer. So yeah, they're just being intimate or whatever. We do have other moments like this, hair braiding stuff.
That looks amazing.
Thank you.
Is that pastel?
Sorry?
Are those pastel oils? It kind of look like pastel oils. Or
no, it's it's digital art. Those are prints actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't always draw them. Sometimes I just do random characters.
Wow.
So like this goddess here.
Great color coordination.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a more recent artwork.
Wow.
Yeah, two characters. I don't know what else I should show here. Because my other art is not really PG. I don't know if I should show it. So we'll just you can check that out on my page. Totally leave that there. But yeah, that's about it. My team is mainly women in love, and yeah. So this is like a comic strip I did of them. It says, "What would you like to eat today?" She says, "You." She's like, "Cause you looking like a whole snack," and then she's like, "You're annoying." So, it's just these little comics and illustrations that I do mainly. But yeah.
What inspired you to do art?
Well, it's mainly the lack of representation. I didn't see myself in a lot of art, like mainstream art. I didn't see any, fat Black women or any Black women at all. So I just felt the need to, like, you know, represent or draw what I wanted to, what I would like to see, pretty much. So yeah, that's what I did.
Oh wow, thank you so much.
No problem.
Also, like, I'm going to put your information into. Actually, can you put your information into the chat real quick?
Of
Because
course.
my computer's acting very slow. And I think it's, I don't know why, so I don't want to jinx myself.
I
And
see.
then I can cut and paste it onto our event page so everyone can see it.
This is my handle, social media
Awesome.
handle on most platforms.
Thank you so much.
Let's
You're
see.
very talented.
Thank you. Should I put my PayPal or that's not the.
Yeah, you could put your PayPal or Venmo, whichever, and I'll make sure I transfer that also over to the event page so people can see it.
Okay, let me just put that here.
And yeah, definitely check out on Tumblr. That's where I've met her on Tumblr. She has phenomenal work on Tumblr. Like, I was just blown away. Definitely. I'm surprised you're not. You should start selling some pieces as soon as you get a chance to. You are going to make some money.
I do have a print shop.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we do have a
Well, thank you
print
so
shop.
much, Alexandra.
No problem.
And I guess we go back over to you, Lima. Lena, I keep saying your name like there's an M there, it's an N. Sorry.
Lena. It's a pretty easy name. So,
I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, compared to some other Arab names, like Lena, it's easy. Um, Alexandra, that your technique and like your style, so nice.
Thank you so much.
Followed you on Instagram, so I'm looking forward to seeing some more.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to share another video. It's actually a SALT video with you all, and it's very relevant to our times now because it was inspired by the pandemic, and kind of really examining what the real pandemics are in the world. It was a part of a campaign called 100 Offerings of Peace by the Peace Studio. And so I will share that now.
Grandmother always tells me to use salt and water to heal my wounds. She asks about the news, and they tell her that this pandemic is a cruel, heartless, inhuman monster. But I say that it is a teacher that has reminded us what it is to be human. It has reviewed with us the vowels and consonants of the indigenous language of our souls, interpreted only through the eyes. Museums may be closed, but it has given us free admission to tapestries of skin and bones, sometimes colored, sometimes monochrome. Expressions of human joy and sorrow hung on walls between pupils and eyelashes. We are no longer afraid to enter a doorstep of vulnerability and feel at home. It has taught us lessons on how the world isn't limited to the horizon of our personal suffering, that our collective well-being depends on the welfare of the child in Africa and the autistic man in Palestine and the Black woman in America. Physical borders are imaginary lines drawn using the crayon of colonizers, broad strokes of fear and greed. We have been conditioned to color inside those lines, to be afraid of touch, of trust, of feeling too much for refugees, only seeking protection, or beggar children, only begging for compassion. And through educational field trips to crowded emergency rooms and hospital beds, this pandemic has taught us how mortal we are, that we are just the blink of an eye, a kind smile, an extended hand, a flash of light in a century-long night. We exist in the single breath that a human takes with relief, because as we breathe, we inhale invisible viruses, veiled biases, systems that create poverty and blame the poor for it, wars that are rarely about differences, but always about profit. Some pandemics manifest in orange life vests on cramped boats in a knee to the throat with the resounding words, "I can't breathe." We can't breathe. It's okay, my grandma says. Breathe in the salt that they bring from the air by the sea. Because the vaccines can't be found in medical labs, but in human hearts, in kindness that surpasses the shapes of supremacy that inhumanity can take. It is time to use salt to heal the world's wounds.
That was
Wow.
beautiful once again. Freaking amazing.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Just seeing that again for the second time definitely distilled just the same feeling I got when I saw you do it at the Palestinian Museum in Connecticut. That video is so powerful. It's amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad that you guys liked it. And yeah, I'm gonna have to leave now because it's almost 2 a.m. right now and I need to sleep. But
So much.
it's such an honor to be a part of this and so glad I got to meet you, Alexandra, and hopefully we can stay in touch. Maybe we can collaborate.
For sure.
Thank you, Lena. Oh, can you make me the host? Thank you. So everyone that has shown their art today, their information is on the description of the event on Life of My Days. And I just also made a post as well for Alexandra as well. And thank you, Lena, for giving me your handle as well too. Um, these artists here, guys, are just phenomenal, and I'm so happy that we were able to like get this going, even though the demonetizing nonsense, and then the YouTube crashing, and then my laptop's not acting up. It shows that there's a powerful message here to me. That's the way I feel, especially in times like this. And I definitely uh, want to thank all these amazing women that have shown their art in Q and E. Thank you all. If you see this live stream, I don't even think they'll be able to see this live stream. But for everyone that was able to click on the YouTube link to see this live stream, you are true supporters of a movement. I thank you all so much. And for everyone that came, that's my girlfriend down there, Nikki Gilmet. Thank you, Bay, for coming by. And for everyone that came, thank you so much for being a part of this and seeing this artwork. And I hope that the artwork that you see can inspire you to also be artistic. And it's National Women's Day. Well, it's not National Women's Day yet, but it's be National Women's Day in like 3 more days. So you just understand how important and why we have this awareness during this month, and how it's important to just all women. We got to stop the violence against women. We got to stop, and that's a part of the struggle, for equality. I want to quote um, Nina Simone. she had talk about like, see, the big girl talk is talking about Marxism, is talking about changing the system. That's the big girl talk. The little girl talk, well, we know what the little girl talk is. So the place is in the struggle, and I'm so happy to struggle with my fellow female comrades and all women comrades in this fight. And it's just like Thomas Sankara said that without women, there is no true liberation. That's a paraphrase, actually. I don't think I quoted that correctly. Do you have any
No,
final, Alexandra? I tried.
understood.
Let's keep in touch. You're in Montreal, right?
Sorry?
You're in Montreal, right?
Yes.
Montreal, Quebec. Is that what it is? Quebec?
Yeah.
Wow. What time is it there?
It's 6:50. It's the same. I think we have the same. We're in the same time zone.
Oh, we're not that far away. Awesome.
No, not at all.
We'll definitely like to invite you back again for one of our events and stuff. We do a lot of we do a lot of events for people of color and in awareness on struggle and stuff like that. And you seem like a really cool person. We definitely want you back.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Tumblr crew. So Tumblr is still going around, people. All
Of
right.
course.
We're here. We're not going nowhere. Tumblr forever. And also I want to talk about the fundraiser with Life of My Days. We are still fundraising to for many things. We're fundraising to continue doing events like this, even if it's like dragged like how this one went. I apologize. Continue to do events like this, and also open mics. We do a justice transformative justice program. And then we also have mutual aid. We're trying to raise $30,000 to address the housing. We shelter all. Hashtag we shelter all. Our goal is to raise $1,000, $30,000 to address the housing situation here, especially in Connecticut. A lot of people don't know that a lot of queer people, especially trans people in Connecticut, as much as they try to like make it seem like it's a rich state, which we know here in the States, no, like we're in a worse situation and these politicians don't care. But I digress. So we're trying to hashtag we shelter all. We want to raise $30,000 within this month. It's been going on for about 3 months with this campaign. That's the goal that we want to raise in order to like help out with the need to help our own with the housing crisis. So the Venmo is easy. It's Life of My Days for Venmo. And then for PayPal, I belong at Life of My Days. So uh, also the flyer is pinned on the page. So if you have the funds, definitely helps out. Mutual aid just definitely shows that the working class do have power. We're able to help each other. We just come together and not be against each other. You never know how much we have in common with the working class. We have so much in common. So with that, I want to say good night and thank you for everyone that was able to see this live stream, and hopefully people that haven't seen it yet will click on see this live stream, and have a very good night. Thank you so much, Alexandra. Thank you so much, Lena. And thank you so much, Q&E, for contributing your work to this awesome open mic. And everybody have a good night.
Right.